want to share a little practice with you. I want to share a little Qi Gong, and I'll give you a bit of a backstory. So Qi Gong is a great practice to supercharge your organs. So if you're having any issue with organ health, it's a great practice to integrate. I'm really into practices that are, I'm not going to say that they're accessible for every single person because there's paraplegics that can't move at all. But actually, Qigong is one of the ones that would work even for that. My Kundalini teacher taught me that there's several levels of engagement. So you're engaging with your physical body, you're engaging with your mind, you're engaging with your quality of visualization, you're engaging with your consciousness, with your energy, with your heart, with your breath, with your prayer. So as we take forms, and oftentimes with things like yoga and Qigong, it's about making the body a mandala. So as you take on certain forms, you can just like visualize and make the prayer whenever you can't physically engage a practice. But Qigong is a very, very gentle practice, and I have been a Qigong teacher and practitioner for 10 years. And I've studied multiple forms, and I will share them with you. And I've actually noticed that oftentimes there's a lot of much older people in these classes, but it's a really, really gentle exercise. And I just want to show you one that I was told we're doing it all the time. You know, I was told we do this all the time, but we don't realize it. So this is the Golden Ball practice. So what you're going to do, I'm going to start with Qi stance. So Qi stance is easy because you bend the knees, and then you kind of you tuck the hips so that it's more of a, so this is like the tailbone gets tucked in and under. And that is just also like an engagement of the root lock, as they say in Kundalini. And then as you do this, it's really good to make sure you're just loosening up your legs. The purpose of the bend is because energy is supposed to travel like in waves through you. And so if you're not like, it's not like, you know, yoga straight, it's like Qigong, like bent and moving. So you're just going to take a ball, very simple, right? And it's a great energy because when you start doing like a heart practice, which for some reason I think is a little hard for some people that I've taught, it helps to remember that you are actually holding a ball. So you take the ball, and it's important with Qigong to breathe as you move. So you're going to expand it, breathing in, contract it, breathing out, expand it, contract it, breathe it in, breathe it out, breathe it down, and then dissipate it. If I could teach you nothing, I would teach you to shake. So in nature, all mammals shake after they've experienced some form of trauma. So I'm sure you've heard about like the brain activity and the fight and flight response, and how, you know, we've integrated it too much through our reptilian brain as modern humans that don't need to run from a lion. But even in the bush, where animals still run from lions, once they've escaped, they shake, you know, and the shaking is, I think people say, oh, I got chills, you know, I've got to chill, you know, and there's a suppression there, right, because it's not socially sanctioned as appropriate. So we suppress it, but really the shaking is like a trauma release mechanism. It's like a natural, inherent mammalic trauma release mechanism. So there's a lot of practices that have shaking. Almost every form of Qigong has some form of shaking, and it's a form of like detoxification as well. So I'm going to show you just one more time, and then I'd love you to take this Golden Ball practice and carry it with you in your days. Yeah, thanks for listening in.